Our chapter on Unlearning Hierarchies is really our own experiences as women in higher education and drawing from that. And it's really an aspirational piece, so it is a feminist manifesto, and it is us kind of talking about what we envision for the partnership space, what we would like it to look like, what we would like it to be, a space where people are free to express themselves, to have a voice, to be comfortable, and it is us sort of drawing on our own experiences as women to talk about inequities in higher education and how we can address them. We selected a feminist manifesto for our piece because there's no other place in the academy where it feels appropriate to use that kind of a genre for writing, but the partnership space is one that I think really welcomes creativity and it welcomes that kind of expression. So we wanted to use it as almost a way to kind of send a message and say, you know, this is what we think as students and this is what we think based on our experiences as women, and this is what it should be. So it was almost like a way of asserting our voices in a space where it felt quite comfortable and safe to do so. We included a disclaimer at the beginning saying that we weren't going to adhere to traditional norms where we felt like we had to restrict ourselves and be politically correct in what we had to say. We decided that we wanted it to be a space where we could be aspirational and we could suggest things that maybe are out of the box for some people. And so we felt like that was important because in our own experiences as women, we have sometimes felt like we couldn't speak and we weren't able to say the things that we really wanted to say. And so partnership being a space where we did feel comfortable doing that, and especially working together, and the book, of course, we felt like this was a perfect place where we could build that in and use that particular genre. And there's so much, I think, in the academy today that is about being politically correct, and it is about saying the right things and being careful. And I think as students, we especially experience that because we are in a kind of vulnerable and precarious position. So it is nice to have a space where you can express yourself freely and you don't have to adhere to those particular guidelines.